Algebraic expressions test. We're going to get a YouTube video so you can review it at home and get a really good score. So the more we focus, right? The more we focus on this, the better your score is going to be. We have to know what squared means. What does squared mean? Squared means not times 2. Times 2 is different. Okay, so since it's squared, that means 5 times itself. 5 times 5. All right? 25 plus 3. 28. All right, so the answer to number 1 is 28. The answer to number 2 is also 28. I know. So 8 times x, whatever we're buying on our menu, like the menu, right, is $3. So 8 of them. You need to show your work like this, by the way. When you substitute a number for a variable, you should use parentheses, because that is the way it's supposed to be written, okay? Is it important to do that? Yes, it is. Okay, so here we need to be careful of our negatives. That's the most common mistake right here. I shouldn't use that color. How about yellow? So, negative times a negative. Is that a minus or a negative? It's a negative. It'll help you to think of it like a negative. Yeah, I heard that. So, 8 times 3 is 24. I'll go back to blue. 24. And negative times negative is a positive. So, positive 4. 24 plus 4, 28. Hey, same answer. I did not plan that way. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? No questions. All right. Number 3. Now here, I want you to show your arrows, please. So you can go in before you start and put all your arrows in. So when I'm checking this tomorrow to make sure you did it, I'm going to check if you have arrows. Arrows are important because they know they make sure you're going to multiply. Why don't we do 6 first, since people were not sure about 6? Okay, how do we do a fraction multiplication? 1/2 times 4 over 1. That's 4 over 2. Or what?
2.
Or 4 divided by 2. You could have also reduced before you started, right? Divide those 2 by 2. You get 1 and 2. 1 times 2, right? Now, you also should probably know, just without even doing this whole part, that 1/2 of 4 is 2, right?
So
1/2 of 10 is 5, right? But you can't do the fractions the long way, which we spent a lot of time on, right? We spent a lot of time working on our fractions. Okay, 5 times 3, 15x. 5 times 10, 50. So we didn't have to worry about any negatives there. Yay! Okay, now we have to worry about our negatives. 2 negatives, 4 times 2. 2 negatives make a positive. Again, 4 times negative 5. Negative 4 times negative 5. So, again, 2 negatives make a positive. So, 5 times 4, 20. 8x plus 20. Anybody have 100% so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? How about if we don't include 6? How many people had 100%? A lot of you. Alright, very good. 3 times x, 3x. Negative. Positive 3 times negative 5. So, negative 15. Alright. Should I highlight the answers or does it not matter?
Doesn't matter.
I can highlight them just because I have the technology to do so. So how do we show our work? Well, we should have at least one Dorito Man on our paper, at least one at the top of our paper, at least one that you can use, and we should also have our arrows. So please make sure you show that work. Okay, combine like terms, so let me highlight the ones that are the same. X matches X, Y matches Y, green, okay. -6 matches 9, +8 matches -10. So now, we're adding, subtracting, we don't want to do Dorito Man. That's going to mess us up. Good guys, bad guys. But this is both positive, so we can just add. Okay, -6 and +9. Good guys win by 3. Could we factor that? We could, but it did not ask us to factor it. But we could though, huh? We could divide by 3. Yeah, good. Good guys win by 3. Okay, -2y +7. We have a good guy, bad guy here we have to do. -2 +7, +5y. Another good guy, bad guys. Oopsies. It's a little too far over. Can't. I have to use this little thing right here. Okay. Alright, 10 and then 8. Alright, bad guys. Am I right? Is that right? I think that's right. Okay. So 5y -2, you don't need that positive, but right. Any questions? 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 We all good? Yeah. Cool. Perfect. Okay. Now we need to Jeopardy. What can we divide 8 and 12 by? 4. Right. We could do 2 also, but we're going to do 4. So, because 4 is the greatest common factor. Okay, we don't have any negatives to worry about. Yay. So we divide 8 by 4 is 2. We divide 12 by 4 is 3. Easy. Alright, next one. Now, since the first number is negative, we have to divide by negative. What are we dividing by? 7. Right, 7. Okay. So, negative divided by negative. Again, be careful. So, negative divided by negative makes a positive. Positive 3x. Negative divided by negative, again, is positive. And again, whenever there's any negatives, or you could even do it if there... Did I do it wrong? Oh, 2. I knew that. Thank you. It is not. It is definitely not. Wrong button. There we go. It's definitely not 7. It's 2. Thank you. Okay, whether 2 and 3 and 3 and 2, pretty close, huh? Alright, so negative, so we want to check to make sure that our answer is right. How do we do that? We distribute it, right? So we distribute this to see if we get back to the same problem. So negative times positive makes -21. Negative times positive makes -14. Was that negative? Yeah. So it went back to the original, so that means we did it right.